differently here recently with as physical as you play and maybe the lack of whistles that are not there?
I don't know. I think to be honest, the only thing I ask is, the officials talk to me and, tell me, what they're seeing, and we have that conversation. I mean, I think when we played Wisconsin at home, it was perfectly fine. I had no problems with anything. Every single call they called on me was a good call. So, I didn't mind. I didn't feel that way coming out of Michigan. But, just like players do, everybody has an off day too. So it's not like officials have any bets or rooting against one team or another. So.
Do you remember your first field goal as a college player against Milwaukee 2 years ago?
No, I don't. No.
That was also Braden's first career assist, I believe. So
really?
Yeah. And now he's 15 assists away from breaking the career record halfway through his junior year. Yeah. When you play with a player like that, how much does that open up not only things for you, but for this whole team? Because with your passing ability now, it's showing, what this offense can be.
Yeah, he's probably, he's one of, if not the best point guard I've ever played with. Just the way he reads the game, and not only reads the game, but reads the game at real speed. It's very easy to watch the game on the couch and say you should have made this pass or that pass, but when you can watch the game on the couch and still not even know that there's a pass there, it's in real time and real action. It's special for a reason, and it really helps our entire team offensively.
What's the adjustment like as a teammate when there's only one person on the floor that can throw the ball like that, can make those, has that vision, who can, and also has the confidence to make some of those passes?
Yeah, to be honest, it's just making sure that you're getting live reps with him, to where okay, these are the passes that he's going to make, and these are some of the unorthodox passes that he's going to make that other players can't. So I think at this point, I've just been around him so much in a basketball setting where I know kind of what passes he's going to throw, what passes. There's very few what passes he's not going to throw. And I think our teammates know that too. They know if they run the floor, he's looking ahead for lobs. He's looking ahead for three-point shots. So I think it incentivizes everybody to do their job.
Your careers are going to be so intertwined here, just as that pick and roll action this kind of defines this offense right now. How much do you guys work on that? Just the two of you? Is it just through team situations, or is that something that's?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. To be honest with you, a lot of it's just naturally been born through practice. But that said, also like open gym, before the year started, we ran plenty of pick and rolls, and a lot of times, Brady and I weren't necessarily on the same team. But we've had experience ever since I've been here, and it's been something that's kind of, like I said, naturally worked, and so we've kind of stuck to it.
Over the years, I've heard Coach Painter harp on a number of point guards, or just guards in general, about the adjustment of getting here and then learning how to really feed the post the right way, like pass the right way into the post. What's Braden's development been like in that regard?
I think it's been. Actually, I think, I mentioned that it's been one of the best things, like the most growth he's done. Because, he came from a high school team where you're going to have, how high schools are. You have the 5'8" post player that's on your team, So he didn't have a lot of post people that he threw the ball to. When he's coming off pick and rolls, he's looking for shooters. He's looking for his own shot. That's how he comes out of high school. And now, whether it's the short roll or post passes, it's probably, I imagine I'm his number one target on those type of actions. And so it's just his development in that area has been special. I think PJ helps him a lot with that too. Just the amount of film that they watch together.
Do you miss playing the 5'8" post guys?
I don't know. The 5'8" post guys are pretty sneaky. They
have to play dirty.
They play a little dirtier. So no. Obviously, the Big Ten post defenders are a lot more difficult.
You guys had a pretty exasperating game at Michigan and then came back. And how important is mental strength right now, as you guys aren't used to having lost a couple games in a row here?
Yeah, it's the most important thing. It's far outweighs any of the physical, deficiencies or lack of rest, or however you want to say it. Right now, it's all mental. So it's all mental for everybody at this part of the season. Yeah. I think every team knows. Kind of how they play and then what they're trying to do. Obviously, depending on the day, there may be some schematic things that are different, but for the most part, everybody knows, the lay of the land. So right now it's just mental, making sure you can prepare for each game.
Yeah, you obviously had a complicated game at Michigan, and then come back at 30 and 5 assists with only 1 turnover. How much of that is the kind of the mindset emphasis you put out in the off season?
Yeah, I mean like I said, that's one of the biggest things that I worked on this off season. And so as far as basketball wise, of course. And so I'm glad that's at least in those categories, whatever you want to say, I'm glad it's paying off there. But like I was saying, like no matter how I played, it didn't produce a win. And so there's always things that you go back and you look at and they've got to be better.
Is it just a matter of kind of putting it behind you right away, or is there something more to it than that?
Oh yeah, for me it's just putting it behind you, but also like taking in what the coaches are saying in the film sessions. So I think that's the most for a basketball player. I think that's the most important part, the film at this point in the year, figuring out what each player can do to help the collective.
Michigan State typically goes one-on-one in the post. Is that something that's enticing for you going into this game, provided that's what they do?
Oh yeah, I mean I think anytime somebody plays me one of the posts, that's enticing. I mean obviously I'd rather play against one defender than two, but yeah, I mean it's something that. But at the same time, they've always been good defensively in the post. So it's one of those things where we're looking at it and offensively. I'm sure that I'll be getting more post touches.
They go one-on-one, but they make it really physical. It turns into a cage match at times. How does your mindset have to be going into a game like that?
Well, just, I mean, like you said, just knowing what it's going to be. I mean, when we played Wisconsin, we knew they were going to be super physical too. And so when you have that mindset going in, nothing tricks you. I think that's the biggest thing in Michigan State. They don't trick you with a lot of things they do, but they play harder than people and they run whatever they do really effectively.